Okay, this is an explanation of how to do the foot soak. In your sink, there's a lot of bacteria, and in the faucet water, there's a lot of bacteria. So go ahead and give your sink a little bit of a scrub for whatever was in there, even though you think it's clean. Okay, and when that's done, go ahead and put the stopper in there. And go ahead, and here's the foot soak. Put the foot soak in there. And you're going to let the water come up to a point that it is under the foot soak. But if you let it go too high, you'll see that the foot soak will lean over on its side. So you're going to wait a few minutes here. And the water, by the way, needs to be 100 to 105 degrees. So take a thermometer and check it. At 120, you're going to kill it. And you don't want that. You don't want it boiling, but you want it, what you'd put a baby in the bath water, so to speak. And so keep that in mind, and in time you can probably just do it with the back of your hand and feel that it's right. Okay, now the pan is starting to float a little bit, and I'm going to shake it around. You can see that the pan is moving on its own in the sink. However, I did get faucet water on top of it, and I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to get the water off of it, so when you go to open the lid you don't get any chlorine. You do not want to contaminate the foot soak with foreign water, chlorine or bacteria. So we're going to leave this in here for 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes we will show you exactly what to do. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. It can be a little more, a little less. You're trying to warm the foot bath up so it's more user-friendly. You want the foot bath at this angle because you don't want it over the heel. The bottom of your hand and the bottom of your foot are very tough, but the top of your foot and the top of your hand are soft tissue. So you can do this by several methods. This is a brick, and we can put it on a brick to get that degree. You can take a kitchen towel or a bath towel and fold it up. Or you can take a 2x4 and get it at that angle. So there's a number of ways you can get it at the angle, but basically you do not want the foot soak flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put the brick down on the floor. And I'm going to put the foot soak pan on the floor, and I'm going to open the lid at this point. In the meantime, I did fill another pan that comes with the foot soak with just water from the sink, and I'm going to put it side by side. You do not want to leave the herbs on your feet. Okay, you want to get them out of between your toes. So now here we go. Okay, I'm going to roll my pants up, get them up. I'm going to take my socks off. I put a towel down on the ground first. You do not, for any reason, want to walk around with bare feet on a floor of carpet or linoleum and pick up dirt and contaminants and bacteria. You want to make sure your feet are clean. This whole process is easier if you have somebody help you. But if you're by yourself, that's fine. Now you can see that I elevated the pan with a brick. And you can see that the liquid is down at this end. And you can see that the liquid is up over the top of the foot. It goes in the top of the foot better than the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the right foot and paint the left foot. And I'm going to take the left foot and I'm going to paint the right foot. And I'm going to do that. You should do the foot soak for approximately 1 hour. In the course of 1 hour, if your skin is sensitive and if you have any irritation issues, then stop. It's that simple. Okay, but if you don't have any irritation issues whatsoever, then clench your toes. Do this with your toes, and it creates blood flow in your legs and it helps the herbs to go into your body. So I'm going to clench my toes through the process. You don't have to do it every second, and you don't have to paint your foot every second, but it helps to paint the top of the feet, because it does not, once again, go in the bottom of the foot as good as it goes in the top. And if you clench your toes, you're creating blood flow in your legs. But you do not want contaminants. You don't want to, in the middle of this thing, get up and walk around. You do want a towel down, because it will stain your carpet, it'll stain your linoleum. So it does help to have a towel down, and it does help to have if you can have a person to help you, it's beneficial. Okay, so let's say this is 1 hour now. 1 hour's gone by. You set an egg timer, or set any timer you want, and I'm going to elevate my foot. I'm holding it up with my hand. I'm letting it drip. I'm trying to save as much of the herbs as I can, instead of just automatically putting it on the towel. And I'm going to scrape the herbs off, like that. And I still have some on the top of my foot, as you can see, and I'm going into the wash. I'm going to call it, it's just the water wash. Now, here's where you have to be careful. That was fine with one foot because you had another foot in there, but you don't want to take this foot without holding your hand down here. You can tip the whole pan over. So I'm going to elevate my foot again. I'm going to point my toes down. I'm going to let it drip off. Now, this is where you can get in trouble. You can tip the whole pan over with one foot right here, but as you can see, I'm holding it with my hand, and if you have somebody to help you with this process, they can hold the pan. Now, I'm not putting the left foot into the foot bath. What I am doing is I'm going to put the lid on this immediately. So there it is, and I'm going to press the air out of it, and there it is. So now it's safe. And now I'm going to get the brick out of the way, and now I'm going to scoot the water bath over, and now I'm going to get it out from between my toes, and I'm going to take my hand and get it off my feet. There it is. It takes that amount of time. And then I'm going to take a very clean towel, and I'm going to dry my feet. And in the process of this, you need to not have the foot soak get any sunlight. So you might want to keep it in a spot where no sunlight gets to it. Put a towel over the whole foot soak. Please tell children and friends and family, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Don't open the lid. Don't contaminate it. Just leave it alone. Put it in a spot, but be sure to tell people because they might not know. And that's it. That's it. So we warmed it up in the sink for 10 to 15 minutes. We made it body friendly so it goes in the body better. We did 1 hour of foot soak. If I had irritation, I stop. You can see that my toenails are purple. That's just fine. And then I washed it out from between my toes. But in the meantime, doing the foot soak, I clenched my toes, and I painted one foot with the other. This is very important.